Snakes are among the most fearsome predators in the animal kingdom, but to most cats they're just another piece of string to play with. From a cat that used kung fu on a cobra to another that outclimbed a gliding tree snake. First though, let's look at this epic 7-minute battle between a cat and a viper. Viper versus a brave cat. I'm not gonna lie, this video really stressed me out when I watched it. Vipers are feared for their ability to strike quickly. However, this cat was quick to rise up to the challenge. For a while there, it looked like a toss-up between the ferocious feline and the slinky reptile. But as none of them were backing down, it was clear that one of them wasn't walking away. Like a professional boxer, the cat kept bobbing and weaving while swiping at the snake every chance it had. The venomous viper tried several times to strike back, but the cat kept leaping out of the way each time. Taking a page out of the snake's playbook, the cat lunged at the viper with a series of bites. A few hit their targets, severely weakening the snake's ability to stand toe-to-toe in this battle. After 7 long and arduous minutes, the feline hits proved to be too much, and the snake succumbs to defeat. To the victor go to the spoils, they say, and the cat grabs its prize by the neck and runs under a parked car to eat its afternoon snack in peace. Savannah cat versus a black racer. Savannah cats are domesticated felines that have a tiny bit more wildcat in their genes. In addition to their beautiful spotted coat, they usually stand taller than the average house cat due to their long limbs. You can see that reach in action in this thrilling, if lopsided, encounter between a Savannah and a snake. Jonah and its owner were chilling out in the back patio when they encountered a black racer snake. The fearless feline came face to face with the intruder within seconds and began its lightning-quick assault. Honestly, you kinda feel sorry for the snake at this point, as it desperately tried to retreat behind a sack of coal. The hybrid cat breed refused to let up though, and they continued to trade blows all around this makeshift arena. But perhaps it wasn't a fair trade after all, because the black racer was just outmatched in every conceivable way. Finally, the snake finds an opening and slithers away into the bushes. I don't think it plans to ever come back to this place again. Python versus a pet cat. A warning to the queasy, you're probably going to want to skip this one. It's really disgusting, not due to the encounter itself, but the end result. We actually don't see the fight between the 5-meter python and a Thai woman's pet cat. The owner of the unfortunate animal had been looking for her missing pet when she spotted the bloated snake coiled under the sink. After some time, wildlife services arrived at the scene. They prodded and prodded at the reptile, who by this point had the feline halfway down its body. Yeah, sadly this is an entry where the cat did not win. The snake eventually did regurgitate the half-digested remains of the poor cat, and the python was then returned to the wild. Not a happy ending by any means, but at least the woman can raise her cat to rest. Bobcat versus Rattlesnake. God, I hate rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes are one of the most feared species of snake in the world. While the venom itself is rarely fatal, their bites are almost always going to require medical attention afterward. They live in a variety of habitats, including some areas that people might frequent. This next one, for instance, was minding its own business along a trail path before a curious bobcat began ruining its day. A fixed camera along the trail shows the bobcat walking up to the snake before swiping at it with its sharp claws. The wild feline shows no wasted motion. Each strike is fixed onto the back of the snake's head and then evaded just enough to counter with another blow. It's a fast and furious battle, with a debilitating hit finally finishing off the defender. The bobcat drags the snake's limp body away from the center of the shot, presumably to eat its reward in peace. Cobra versus Jackie Chan's cat. This one's a little bit different in that it's a scene from a movie, but the cat versus snake battle in this 1970s martial arts comedy starring a young Jackie Chan is 100% real. In a notoriously controversial scene, the main character finds his pet cat fighting a cobra. He cheers on his feline friend until the snake is defeated. The snake appears to retreat, and then the film cuts to a shot of a dead snake next to the cat. If not making these two fight against their will was already inhumane, there's actually more to this story, sadly. The cat is clearly tethered to a piece of rope, which made it possible for it to move unnaturally like a feline ninja. The snake also appears to be jerked back by its tail as the cat scratches at it. Nobody knows if the snake had its fangs or venom removed, or if the cat survived unscathed. But one thing's for sure, animal cruelty's not okay, and we're glad this doesn't happen anymore. At least in professional films. Cobra versus 4 cats. Here's another lopsided encounter. While on the way to a shoot, a Bollywood actor spotted a baby Indian cobra being stalked by 4 cats. He left his vehicle to shoot the encounter. The video shows the juvenile reptile at the center of the 4-cat kill zone. Felines approach with caution, while the snake does the only thing it can do, assume a defensive position. One of the cats manages to get a swipe in, but this gives the snake an opening, allowing it to slither away. Shortly after the video was posted on social media, it went viral. People seem to be split on how to feel, with some siding with the courageous felines for standing their ground. Others, on the other hand, pitied the snake and commented that wildlife officials should have been informed so it could be returned to its habitat. Cobra vs. cat in a box. If you ask anyone what species of snake they fear the most, I bet that cobras are going to come up as a popular answer. But this species can't seem to catch a break, as you can see once more in this video. A cobra was exploring what appeared to be a barn with a chicken coop when it got startled by the resident housecat. In a phenomenal display of cat food, the feline swipes at the snake so fast that you can barely see it on camera. The cobra knows it's outmatched and nopes out of there in hilarious fashion. That's one lucky barn owner to have a cat like that. That cat deserves some more milk, or maybe a little bit more treats every now and then. Now it's time for the day's best pick. This next encounter pits a housecat and a cobra at the bottom of the well. Who will survive? Hopefully the cat, honestly. Cobra versus a common housecat. We've touched on wildlife services several times in this video, and finally, here's a video that presents their point of view. Murali Wale Hasla does wildlife protection and social work in the city of Jaunpur in India. More often than not, this meant a snake sighting that had to be handled. He's become somewhat of an expert at managing these slinky reptiles and frequently uploads videos that go viral on his YouTube channel. One of his more popular videos shows his team descending upon a well, where a cat and cobra are reported to have fallen. Both animals are still alive when the rescuers got there. Sadly, the snake even managed to strike the cat a few times. Acting quickly, Hasla and his team isolate the cat from the situation by forcing it into a bag. The snake is captured separately, where it's later released into the wild. I can't know for certain, but people on the video say that the cat likely survived the encounter, which is about all I can hope for at this point. I'm honestly just glad this self-proclaimed snake friend was able to rescue both animals before it turned into a bloodbath, though. Mole snake versus a young serval. Servals are small African wildcats that are effective predators, at least against their usual prey of mice and frogs. What they lack in size, they make up for in speed and agility. Even low-flying birds are easy targets for this animal, which is known to jump up to 12 feet in the air. At first glance, you might think that the winner of this battle is obvious. While this juvenile serval has the skills, it doesn't have the experience. The snake startles the serval and lunges repeatedly at it. Its bite is thankfully not venomous, but the wound would surely give the cat a bad day. The young serval does its best to evade at first, but then instinct kicks in and it begins to attack. This doesn't deter the snake, who continues to hiss and lunge. As strike after strike hits their target, the snake finally succumbs to its own injuries. Or does it? Just as the serval attempts to carry its victim by the neck, it drops it after realizing one dreadful thing. The snake was playing possum. It coils itself in preparation for one last attack, but the juvenile wildcat decides that it isn't worth the trouble. The kitty then runs off, probably thinking it should have stuck to mice that day. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Golden tree snake versus a white cat. Thai golden tree snakes, as the name implies, are excellent tree climbers. Their favorite things to eat are lizards, small rodents, and even bats or other animals that occupy trees. House cats are not typically part of the menu, and for good reason. You see, the average house cat is larger than this reptile, and in this video we see the snake rightfully trying to climb the nearby tree to escape its oppressor. Special focus on trying, because the white cat in the video quickly ascends the tree and swipes down the reptile. The battle continues on the ground, with the attacker getting in a few choice hits on its hapless prey. The snake looks sad and helpless at this point, really. The video ends before we see the conclusion, but I think the result is obvious. Tree snake dinner for this furry feline. See you all next time!